Okay. So, do you and your partner just keep having the same fight over and over and over again? Like, no matter what, it always seems to come back to the same, like, three or four things. So, you'll get in a fight about the dishes, and somehow it turns into a fight about how you can't count on the other person, or you're always asking and they're not doing, and the other person is feeling like they're trying to show up and they're trying to do their best, and then they're constantly being yelled at or nagged at. Um, these cycles exist because we haven't taken the time, or we don't know how to go back to the cycles and find out where those trigger points are and actually disengage those triggers. So this is really rudimentary, but this is basically the cycle of these arguments. So what happens in these scenarios is person A um, has a request or a need, and they try to communicate that to person B, and then they walk away and they come back, and person B hasn't filled that need. Person A takes all of this history of not getting that need met and all of these resentments, and a lot of times things from past relationships or childhood, and they get really upset and they get really twitchy, and they throw that anger and resentment and frustration onto person B. Oh my God, I asked you to do it. Why is that so hard? This is such a simple thing. Why can't you get it done? And so person B, on the other hand, has a whole different set of triggers. And so they get this emotion thrown at them, and it triggers all of their stuff of, I tried so hard, I'm working so hard. Why am I getting yelled at? I'm doing my best, right? And so they bristle, and they don't just see, hey, person A is struggling with their own emotional regulation. They're bringing all of their stuff and throwing it onto me. Now they're taking all of their stuff and they're not able to stop the loop either. So they throw it back at person A. So these things they will keep occurring over and over and over and over again in your relationship. And the only way to stop this loop is for both people to stop all of that extra stuff from being thrown at their partner. So this is individual work, and it's also couples work, because individually you have to be able to pause, to self-reflect, and look at all of this extra stuff that's coming along into the fight, and be able to acknowledge it and say, hey, obviously I got twitchy, I got triggered, I am bringing a lot of resentment from my past into this, or from our past into this. This is really important to me because, and person B has to do the self-work of saying, okay, I am letting all of my past, etc., into this fight, and I need to pause this and say, okay, this is really upsetting to me because of X. And the most important part, the thing that makes this a couples piece, is that A and B have to be able to see the other person's stuff, right? So the first step is doing your own work and acknowledging that you have your own trigger and that you have your own stuff here, and stopping that cycle. But part B is that you have to be able to see the other person's stuff. You have to be able to go like, oh, they used to, for example, get in trouble when they didn't get the dishes done as a kid. So this is a sensitive spot for them, right? They have their own stuff here, and me communicate, like throwing my stuff at them is triggering them, and they're sending it back to me. So I have to see their stuff so I can pause, say, hey, I love this person. I love this person very much. I don't want to harm them in this way. And that's what allows you to humanize your partner, humanize their struggles, and not only halt your stuff, but see their stuff and acknowledge that you do not want to do that harm. So those are the basic steps for this. If you would like me to talk about this more or go into any details, comment below. I'm happy to try to explain it better or give any clarification on anything you don't understand.